I have had the opportunity to review a load of great gear over this last year, and in this video I have picked my top 5 favourite things of 2021.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. Welcome back to the channel. Now, as well as my top 5 from this year, I have one new item to show you which I think you'll like, and it's from a company called Friedrik, and a big thank you to them for sponsoring this video. More about that shortly. Okay, first on the list is this, the T4K from Nitecore. It's a flashlight, or we would call it a torch in the UK. And what I really like about this is it's super compact and super bright. So it's lightweight, it's made from a metal alloy, and it has the capability to output 4,000 lumens. And to put that into perspective, this is one of the brightest flashlights in the world at this size. It has a 4 LED array, so it gives a spread of light, not a focus beam, which is great for general use. It has a really strong and capable pocket clip, and that's backed up with this lanyard attachment point, which can be unclipped. It has 2 buttons, one to switch it on and off and one to go through the modes. Really easy to use, and the modes are a 1 lumen mode, which is brilliant for when it's really dark and you want a minimum amount of light so you don't disturb anyone else. And at that 1 lumen power output, this thing will last for 67 hours on one single charge. Then you have a low, a medium and a high mode, and then you have the turbo mode, which is that 4,000 lumen output. And that turbo mode will only last for 10 seconds at a time to prevent the flashlight overheating. As well as attaching to your pocket, this clip here will also attach to a pack, and in addition to that it will attach to a baseball cap. So all of a sudden now you have a head torch. And then one of the really great features about this flashlight is the fact that it has this OLED display that not only shows what setting the flashlight is on, but how long the battery will last at that setting. And that's brilliant because if you know you are an hour away from home, you can see if the battery will last an hour, so you can get home with some light. And if not, you can drop the power down to give you more battery life. It charges via USB-C, which is brilliant. Doesn't come with a charger, but we've all got millions. The turbo mode is brilliant for illuminating everything around you for short periods of time, and it has a maximum range at that output of just over 200 meters. And that super bright turbo mode at 4,000 lumens can also be used for self-defense. So if you feel you're at risk from an attack, you can really dazzle somebody with that bright light level and give you a chance to get away. And it also has a couple of lockout modes. So if it's in the bag, for example, and the button gets knocked, it won't accidentally bring the flashlight on and flatten the battery. And the only real drawback is it's only IP54, which means you can splash it with water, but you can't submerge it. So a really compact, well-made, very bright, practical flashlight. This is my go-to for general use if I just need to grab a flashlight when I'm leaving the house. So the price for the T4K in the UK at the moment is around £80, including tax. So not a cheap option, but it is a fantastic flashlight. Okay, next on the list is a wallet. And I've had a few to choose from this year, but I keep coming back to a simple bifold wallet. I like this size because it fits in a front jeans pocket, and you can access the contents really easily. I have 2 quick access credit cards at the front. I also have a driving license and a donor card at the back. I also carry a tile tracker so I can find my wallet if I lose it. I carry some cash in the back here. I also carry 2 other backup credit cards and debit cards. I also carry a Fresnel magnifier, so if I do lose my glasses, at least I can read something, particularly my phone. I also carry a Write in the Rain notebook, which is the size of a credit card, and also this tiny Minimo ballpoint pen, which is a great emergency pen. These items are all linked in the description under the video if you wanted to know more. This is the wallet itself. It's from Wingback. It's made from super top quality leather, hand stitched. And the great thing about this, it's going to last a long time and it's going to get better looking as it ages. It's very simple in its design. 2 front pockets here, then you've got space behind to put things, but it does have one extra trick up its sleeve, and that is the ability to carry a passport if you open the wallet up. So now you could carry, say, your passport and 4 cards, maybe shoving a little bit of cash there. So that gives it a little bit of extra flexibility, and that could fit in an inside jacket pocket or in a bag. So a nice little feature, but generally the main reason for really liking this is the quality. Wingback are a British company. They ship anywhere in the world. They can offer personalization if you wanted some initials or a name on your wallet, and this will last a lifetime. Interestingly enough, the Bellroy slim sleeve woven came a close second. I've used this for several months too, and I really like it. However, I am now starting to see a little bit of wear here, so that's why it says Gelroy on here, because the lettering's peeling off. I found with the woven finish it does actually take on a little bit of dirt and marks that gets into the weave. And Bellroy do a leather version of this wallet, but it's a much thinner leather than is on here, and I really like the thickness. Smells amazing, feels more exclusive. So this is my go-to wallet of choice out of all the wallets I've tested this year. The price on the Wingback Winston wallet is £80, including tax. So again, not a cheap option, but if you are going to carry it forever, then it is actually pretty good value. Now, as well as my top 5 from this year, I have one new item to show you which I think you'll like, and it's from a company called Friedrik, and a big thank you to them for sponsoring this video. Friedrik are a luxury leather goods brand and focus on quality and craftsmanship. And this is what they call their charging tray. So we've got some instructions. So first impressions are really nice. It's made from aluminium. It's got non-slip feet on the bottom. This is available in 3 colors. The tan I've got here, also a chocolate brown and a black, all using the same high quality leather. I'm sure you've seen this sort of thing before. It's often referred to as a valet tray. And this one, as you can tell from the title, has an additional feature in that it can wirelessly charge your phone. So we have a dedicated area for a pen. Then we have this main area here, which will be for things like perhaps a pocket knife if you carry one, wallet, potentially your AirPods, perhaps a little bit of loose change. So your phone sits here. Underneath here, we've got a Qi charger, so an inductive charger. So you simply need to remember to drop your phone here and it will start charging. It comes with a cable, which is nicely done. Also a fabric cable. USB-C. You can simply put your phone down, you know where it is, and you know it's charging. It relies on your existing mobile phone charger to charge your phone, and depending on what the output of that charger is, this can provide up to 15 watts of power, which is considered a fast charge for wireless charging. So this could go in the hallway by the door, or on your desk at home or at work, or on a bedside table. The leather here is referred to as a vachetta leather, which means it's super high quality. It's from Tuscany in Italy, and it's vegetable tanned, which is better for the environment. Dimensions 26.5 centimeters by 16.5 centimeters, and it weighs 500 grams. The cost on this in the UK is £175, which includes 20% purchase tax. Having said that, Friedrik have provided a discount code, which is in the description underneath this video, that would give you 15% off. They ship anywhere in Europe at no cost, and beyond that for a small additional charge. Friedrik offer a lifetime warranty, which is great to see, and you can even return it within the first 100 days if you are not happy. And that tells me they've got confidence in this product. So the charging tray from Friedrik just coming to the market now, and a big thank you to them for sponsoring this video. Right, back to the top 5. Next on my list is the Spirit X multi-tool from Victorinox. If you've been watching any of my other videos, you will know that I've been comparing multi-tools recently, and that process has really made me appreciate this one. For me, this is the perfect size for a standalone multi-tool. Not too small where you are compromising functionality, and not too large where it becomes too awkward and bulky to carry. And this one stands out because not only does it have a great selection of tools, but it is extremely high quality. I wouldn't say this is the ideal choice if you want a tool that will take a lot of heavy abuse, say in an outdoor setting, but as a general everyday multi-tool, this is a perfect choice. All the tools are lock-in, which is great from a practical and safety point of view. However, do bear in mind that because we have a lock-in blade here, that makes it technically illegal to carry in the UK without good reason. To give you an idea of the quality we are talking about, every tool here has its own back spring, and you can see that here. And what that means is every tool opens with a very precision feel, and it doesn't bring out the other tools, so they don't clump when you bring a tool out here. So it literally clicks into place. The tools are released by pulling back on this lock-in mechanism, and you can see if you look closely the spring here that individually supports each tool. You'll notice all the tools are accessible from the outside, which is great, so you don't need to open it to access these tools, and you can see how nicely they move into position and lock. So a very precision, well-made tool, and it has all the essential tools in there. We've got a Phillips screwdriver, number 1 and number 2, which is great. We've got scissors, which are super practical. We've got a small screwdriver here. We've got a can opener and flathead here. We have a file. We have a saw. We have an awl. We have a large flathead, cap lifter, wire bender. We have a chisel and package opener and wire stripper. And then we have the blade itself. The blade is not particularly large, but it is very sharp. It's not the hardest steel you can buy, but that makes it easier to sharpen. In the plier configuration, it's really comfortable in the hand. You've got hard wire cutters here and a precision tip to these needle nose pliers. So for a full-size multi-tool, it is very functional and very capable, reasonably lightweight and compact, and extremely well made. And in terms of price, in the UK currently, it's around £125, including tax. Okay, and anyone who follows this channel will not be surprised to see this one on the list. This is the Victorinox Compact Swiss Army knife, and this is my everyday carry folding knife of choice. I carry this all the time and I use this every day, and the reason for that is it has the main tools I need day to day in a very compact form. For a Swiss Army knife, it is only 2 layers thick, which means it is, and there's a clue in the name, very compact. Within those 2 layers, they managed to fit a whole host of functionality. Let's quickly show you what's there. You have a main blade, it's under 3 inches and non-lock-in, so this is legal to carry in the UK. Also have one of my favorite tools, particularly on a Victorinox, and that is scissors. Some of the best scissors you can get on a multi-tool or knife are Victorinox scissors. Also, we have a combination tool here. It's a screwdriver, both a flathead, and on this angle it can be a Phillips. It's also a cap lifter, and this doubles up as a can opener. It also has a wire bender stroke stripper here. So a lot of functionality in a simple tool, and that slips alongside the main blade without the need for an additional layer. And that's why this is such a practical tool. In addition to that, you get a corkscrew. Now I know what you're saying. I don't drink wine, or wine bottles come with screw caps these days. However, it is there to open wine if you do need to use it for that. In addition to that, it has various other functions. For example, it's very good at undoing tight knots. You screw it into the knot, wiggle it about, and it will loosen a knot that is really difficult to loosen with your fingernails. Also, it is a holder for this eyeglass screwdriver, really useful if you wear glasses and have a screw loose. Also, you have a pin concealed here, which can be great for digging out splinters. And you also have a parcel hook. Not the most useful thing in the world. It's there to help you carry things that would normally dig into your fingers, like string on a parcel from about 100 years ago. But this one on this particular Victorinox also has a file on the back edge, which is great for a fingernail file. In addition to that, because these are what they call plus scales, you have a pen. And also, if you think it's a bit awkward to use because of the size, you can use this trick here and fit it in there and close it down here. And now the hook has a practical use because this now makes a really good writing pen. Also here we have a toothpick, and if you don't use it for picking teeth, there are other things you can use it for, like scraping the earwax out of your AirPods. Also here we have some tweezers, which are perfect for pulling out that splinter you've loosened with the pin, and also great for pulling out hairs. I pulled out an eyebrow hair earlier and it hurt like hell, but it did work really well. So a huge amount of functionality from a very compact form factor, lightweight, super practical, and my everyday carry folding knife of choice. All the Victorinox knives in my view are very competitive in terms of price, and this one comes in at £32 including tax. And then finally in my top 5 I have selected this. A little bit of an odd choice, you might think. This is called the Solo Stove Lite, and it is a twig burning stove. And the reason I've included this is because we've had a lot of fun as a family with this over this year. You gather a few twigs on your walk, say to the beach, and you set this up and you drop in that handful of twigs. If you want to cheat, use a fire lighter. These are perfect. This is wax soaked wood. You can buy a massive box of these for not a lot of money. I'll link to it in the description. And you drop in one of these, light it with some twigs, and it becomes an amazing stove. It works like this. You simply put your twigs in there, turn this round like that, stick your pot on here like this. This comes separately. And the clever thing about this stove is that it uses something called gasification. It is a double walled stove, and you'll see there's lots of holes around the inside edge and holes around the base. And when the fire gets going, it sucks in air into these holes around the base. Some of that air goes to feed the fire from below with oxygen, and that gets it going. But the really clever bit is it's double walled, and some of the air goes up through the cavity and comes out directly into the flame, and it is heated. And when it's heated, it expands, and that heated air and oxygen is delivered right into the flame and burns any unburnt gases that are escaping from the fire. And the net effect is you get a really intense flame from just a handful of twigs, and boils water really quickly and efficiently. And we use that, say, on a beach to obviously have a hot cup of tea or coffee, or we use it with a cup of soup, for example. Get some pot noodles and use that. And it's great to convert a few twigs into a hot meal, and it's just a really nice thing to do. This is pretty lightweight, it's stainless steel, really well made, and it works really well. And what you find is because it burns at a super high temperature, there's virtually nothing left at the end but a few ashes. You keep feeding the twigs in through this hole if you want to keep the fire going. And the great thing about having this double walled construction is it cools down really quickly and is easy to pick up really quickly and doesn't get too hot. So it's a really nice thing to have with you on a hike. There's something really nice about having a hot cup of coffee or some hot food when you get to where you're going, especially because you're producing it from a handful of twigs you've gathered along the way. And then finally, if you do find everything is soaking wet and you can't find any dry wood, there's always an option to carry one of these. This is a Trangia spirit burner. These only cost around £10. You put some spirit in there, you can drop one of those in there, and now you've got another way of heating your food, and it's about just as quick. You can guarantee that you're not going to be short of a hot cup of coffee when you get to your destination. So in terms of price, it's £82 in the UK including tax, so it's not what you would call cheap, but it is extremely well made. And this is one of the most enjoyable things that I've reviewed this year, and that's why it's on the list. So there I have it, my top 5 picks for 2021. And if you want to see the full review on any of those items, here is a link to those videos. And you'll also find links to everything you've seen in the description underneath this video. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.